Hey there, my name is Josh Diotti, Van Guru here at Vandoit, and today we are here to talk about the Maxx Air Vent. Now, one of the biggest factors that will help you be comfortable in a van is having airflow over the top of you. The MaxxFan works to do just that. It provides a level of control of the inside temperature of the van by pushing and pulling air over the top of you. So, the goal of this video today is to talk about some of the questions to help you decide if this product is right for you, as well as go into some of the product features. So, with that being said, let's get into it. One of the biggest benefits of the Maxx Air Vent is that it is a low energy consumption component. So one of the first things I tell every client to consider is how they will be traveling with the van. Specifically, if you're going to be traveling off grid, then the Maxx Air Vent would be a critical component to consider. And for the purpose of this video, the way I'm describing off grid is basically where you're not able to have shore power plug-in. And so if you're going to be traveling in an area where there's not shore power readily available on the regular, then considering this air vent is definitely something you should do. Also, considering the geography of where you'll be traveling and or living in conjunction with your experience can be super helpful. Obviously, if you're going to live in somewhere with higher elevation or cooler temperatures as opposed to somewhere with high humidity, then the air vent may be something that is all you need. Now, while we're talking about the air conditioner in conjunction with the air vent, do know that if you have other priorities with the roof in terms of space, then the air vent is definitely a good option if that's the case, as it takes less room than the air conditioner. Now, the last thing I tell every client to consider is smells that may find their way in the van. Specifically, if you're going to be doing hobbies that produce wet clothes, such as snow sports or water-based activities, then considering this in conjunction with an air vent is definitely something to consider, as the air vent definitely works to remove a level of smell from the van. Another popular scenario I've seen this fan used for in terms of smells is cooking. If you're going to be cooking inside the van frequently, then considering an air vent in conjunction with this plan is definitely a good idea. So, now that we've talked about some of the things to consider with the air vent, let's talk about some of the product features. At the time of filming this video, we are currently utilizing the MaxxFan Deluxe, the flagship of fans. The Deluxe fan has got 10 different speed settings, which can be controlled manually on the keypad, as well as with the wireless remote that comes with the fan. Also found on the keypad and remote is going to be your auto temperature 78-degree button. Essentially, this works to keep the van right at 78 degrees and will kick on and off to do so as the van heats and cools down. Now, obviously, if you're in 90-95 degree weather, the air vent's not going to cool the van off or work to remove a level of humidity like the air conditioner does, but it will work to do this specifically in the spring and fall and is super helpful. Now, the cool thing about this auto temperature button is that it actually can be controlled manually and set to a lower temperature through your wireless remote. The last notable feature of the MaxxFan before we close here is that it is two-directional. Now, this is important because no matter what the temperature is outside, whether it's hotter or cooler outside, the MaxxFan can still work to cool off the inside of the van. Obviously, if it's hotter outside, you want to blow air out, and if it's cooler outside, you want to pull that cool air into the van. Now, this is also important for removing smells, as we noted earlier, and so either way, whether it's hotter or cooler, the fan can work to pull air or push air over top of you, especially when you consider this with other components that we offer, such as our bug nets. So that's all I have for you here today on the MaxxFan. To recap a little bit for you to decide if this is for you or not, keep in mind that the MaxxFan is a low energy component. So if you're traveling off grid, this is definitely a key feature that you should consider. Second, consider your camping experience. Obviously, if you come from a little more rugged background, tent camping, backpacking, the fan will provide a level of comfort that you may not be used to. Third, consider the geography you will be traveling in. And lastly, consider other priorities that you may have with the roof in terms of space. The Maxx Air Vent definitely takes a lot less space than the air conditioner does. So, other than that, I leave you with one pro tip. If you get bugs inside your van, the air vent can help to remove these bugs. Simply turn the lights off, remove the screen, shine a light up there, and run the fan in exhaust mode to kick those bugs out. So that's all I got for you guys. We will see you on the next video.